Hey everyone, welcome to Your Local Flavors. This week we're going to visit two of the Valley's favorite locally owned and operated restaurants, and you're in for a treat. Because our first stop is a Smokin' Oak in Macias, Texas. Cooking up some barbecue that's good enough to be in Texas Monthly's 50 Best Barbecue Joints. For our cooking segment, we're going to teach you how to make some comfort food that you can make in the comfort of your own home. We round it all off by heading over to the Sea Ranch on South Padre Island with great views and even better food. So grab your fork, hold on to your napkin, and get your taste buds ready, because Your Local Flavors is next. Welcome back to Your Local Flavors. We listen to your comments, we listen to your reviews, and we're here at the Smokin' Oak Barbecue in Macias, Texas. We're gonna find out what makes this place so good, why people wait outside in line, and why it's only a first come, first served basis. So let's go inside and take a look. Smokin' Oak is about to open for the day, and already a line is forming outside. And if you wait too long, you may miss out on some great barbecue, because once it's gone, it's gone.
Well, I do a lot of traveling here throughout the valley.
Okay.
And this is a must stop for me all the time.
You gotta stop here.
All the time. Well, I love the ribs.
Okay.
The pork ribs and the sausage. I can't do without them. And that potato.
Oh, the potato salad?
Yes. No, the
potato.
the mashed potato.
Right.
I mean, it's something like you don't find anywhere.
Really?
This is just one of a kind.
We
I was
usually
just
get...
telling him that the sides are really good. Usually, you know, you come for the meat, but the sides are really good.
I think it's the brisket.
You think it's the brisket?
Scallop potatoes. Scallop potatoes, they're to die for.
Brisket and ribs.
Brisket and ribs.
Yes, sir.
Have you tried everything else? The sausage?
I've tried the pork, the pulled pork. I like the pulled pork, but the go-to here is brisket and ribs.
We've been coming to Smokin' Oak since 2015, I would say. The first time that they made the Texas Monthly magazine.
So since it opened?
Pretty much, yes.
much,
Yes,
right.
done most of the top 50 barbecue restaurants in the
cool.
state of Texas on
Okay.
the list of the Texas Monthly magazine.
Right.
And in the Rio Grande Valley, I would say this is the barbecue.
This is the place. Mario and his brother started Smokin' Oak 3 years ago from the comfort of their own home.
This used to be my house. My brother and I used to live here.
Really?
So we'll kind of show you what used to be the carport, the living room, the bedroom. It's now completely the restaurant.
In the beginning, the brothers began by just building some amazing barbecue pits in their backyard.
So we're standing in our backyard right now. This building used to be our house.
Okay.
So this is the backyard of the house. We built this homemade smoker about 7-8 years ago. So it was its own little self-contained unit in the backyard. And that's what we learned and how we kind of figured things out as far as how are we gonna barbecue briskets.
Mario says the original plan was to just serve barbecue to go. Well, pretty soon, customers wanted to sit and eat. So Mario and his brother converted their carport into a serving line.
The plan was to sell barbecue on a to-go basis.
Okay.
And after 2 to 3 weeks of being in business, people wanted to sit inside. They're eating their food outside in the parking lot.
Right.
So we threw out some temporary tables and chairs, and from then on, we've been a dine-in establishment.
So it didn't take long before they needed to convert another part of their home to serve their customers.
We had a couch over here, TV up against that window over there,
Right.
dining table further back. So as the restaurant continued to grow, we knew we needed more space.
Right.
So we got kicked out of our house, what little space we had left,
Right.
and converted it into additional dining area.
And just a month ago, the last room of the house was converted into another serving area.
Right. So we're able to offer a little more drinks. You know, we have sweet tea, unsweet tea, fountain drinks.
Right.
We're able to just have a lot more food on the line. Makes things a lot more efficient for us. We try to get people through a little bit quicker than the old way.
But living and working in the same place has run in the family for almost a century.
It's an old family property. We've been in this spot, my family has, for about 100 years.
Wow.
And back when my dad was growing up, that's a little photo of what the property used to look like back then.
Right.
So the family lived upstairs. Underneath are a lot of little businesses. It was a pre-strip mall, is what my dad likes to say. So there was a little barber shop, a little pool hall,
Okay.
a little drinking establishment underneath. So they had a lot going on, and that's how it was all up and down this street. There's a lot of history on this
Right.
street. So all the businesses were located up and down Hidalgo Street.
And it was a family tradition that started when Mario was going to school in Denton, Texas, that sparked the idea to start the Smokin' Oak.
On the way up, my dad would stop at barbecue places. On the way down, we'd stop at barbecue places, check things out.
Okay.
Texas Monthly came out with their top 50 list in the late 90s.
Right.
And we followed the list. So they showed their top 50, and there were a lot of places that were all up and down 35, a little bit off the beaten path.
Right.
Lockhart, Elgin. And we'd go together and eat at these places.
With all the research under their belt, they decided to serve Central Texas style barbecue. And it may be what sets them apart from other barbecue joints.
The wood that we use is just oak,
Right.
not the mesquite that's predominant down here. So it gives it a little bit of flavor, something a little bit different for our customers.
And that pit never stops burning for the 5 days they are open.
So the idea here is that when Wednesday comes along and we start prepping for Thursday, the first day that we open, Wednesday afternoon we'll light a fire here. So this is our little side pit where we keep a fire burning continuously, so we close on Sunday.
Before the rush of the day, Mario showed us some of the most popular plates. First up, the 2-meat platter.
Here we've got our first brisket of the day. We wrap them in this paper just to hold them. Keeps it nice and moist. And the crust stays nice and delicious. We're gonna cut it right in half. This is the leaner end of the brisket. It's got a little bit less marbling. Put that away. This is the nice moist end of the brisket. You trim a little bit of fat off and then start slicing it. This is a rack of pork spare ribs. Wrap them up just like a present. Then we come in, hit them with a little bit of good stuff that's in there. Got a couple of nice bones on there. Now I just need some sides, a little bit of potato salad and baked beans, and that's the plate. Coming up next is gonna be brisket, pulled pork, and sausage sandwich. And let's cap it all off with a nice bun. And there you have it, brisket, pulled pork, and sausage, 3-meat sandwich.
And the sides? Well, like one customer said, they're just as good as the meats, especially the potato salad, made by Mom.
I was the one at home that would experiment
Right?
because my dad was picky. And so the less ingredients in there, the more that he liked it.
Oh, okay.
So eventually I just stuck with this, and
Right.
now my boys won't eat anyone else's but mine.
Finally, it was time to taste what all the viewers were craving about. Wow, incredible.
Finger looking good.
Mario, thank you so much for letting us come in. God, the food was amazing.
Excellent.
I want to thank our viewers that recommended the Smokin' Oak, and now everybody else knows you got to come try the Smokin' Oak in Mercedes, Texas.
Come get some, it's good barbecue, thank y'all.
Guys, this is your local flavors. Okay, everyone, welcome back to your local flavors. We're back at our cooking segment, and I'm here with the famous Frank Macias from Frankie Flavs in Harlingen, Texas. Frank, welcome to the show. Appreciate it. Thanks for being here.
Oh, thank you.
Okay, so you guys got a chance to preview some of the burgers that Frank makes at Frankie Flavs, but now you're going to get a chance to see how you make a great burger in your own home. So tell me what we're going to be making, Frank.
Well, today I'm going to be doing the luchador. It's one of our fan favorites at the restaurant.
Right.
You're going to start off with the ground chuck. I like to use an 80-20 because you got that nice fat that goes with the meat, and so it'll be nice and juicy.
Okay.
Then we're going to have some mushrooms that we're going to blend into it, and we're going to top it with some queso fresco, cilantro, bell peppers, and onions that we've sauteed.
Okay.
And then a habanero crema. And then we also got a house seasoning and a house sear sauce that I like to put around the patty to give a nice little sear.
Okay.
And then all that we'll put on top of some bacon. Of course, those are fresh baked buns from a local bakery. Our habanero crema is a sour cream, heavy cream, and habanero mix.
Okay.
This other one is it's a Worcestershire sauce.
Okay.
And then here is our house seasoning. It's got like 4 spices and about salt, pepper, and garlic, 3 other ingredients. So here we have that 80-20 truck that I was talking about.
Right.
And then this burger in particular is going to be blended with mushrooms. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to grab some mushrooms here and just mix it all in. Now that I got the mushrooms all blended in with this patty, I'll go ahead and form this burger patty.
Okay. That's a big patty.
Well, yes, but with all the fat that it has in there, it is going to shrink and it'll fit that bun.
And this is
nicely.
how much meat are we talking about here?
This is a half-pound patty.
Half pound. Okay.
Yes.
Half pound, 80-20. Okay.
80-20.
Got
Yes.
it. All right, Frank. It looks like we're ready to toss this puppy on the grill.
Yes, sir.
Listen to that searing. I like it. Okay, now you're gonna put all your little spices and all the extra ingredients on there.
Yes. Now I'm going to go ahead and season it on top here with that house seasoning that we have.
Okay.
And then I got that Worcestershire sauce, and I like to just hit the edges. I don't like to really put it all over the patty. I like to just hit the edges because I feel it's gonna go ahead and just caramelize those outside rings.
Okay.
So when you get that first bite, you're gonna get a real nice, sweet, savory bite because of the patty and the sauce. You want to leave it depending how cooked you want it. If you want it medium rare, it's about 145, but it depends what kind of meat you're gonna be cooking as well. But this one, it's chuck. I'm gonna probably cook it to about medium well. So you're looking at about 155.
Okay.
And 160 is where you're gonna get about well done on here. I like to cook with a cast iron at home, and I feel it gives me the same effect I get from a flat top grill at the restaurant.
Oh, okay.
And they are a little tough to cook on because the heat does build up on these cast irons and they stay hot. So you got to be careful with that. You don't want to. You want to crank it high, but you want to stay on top of it because you don't want to get too high and start smoking and burning on it.
So another good tattletale sign that you're getting ready pretty close to flip this over, or it's getting ready, is kind of the browning around the bottom edge.
Yes, you don't want to over flip it because that will break your patty.
Right.
And leaving it so where it does get that caramelization, you see it browning, it'll tell you when it's ready to be flipped.
Okay.
And you just basically are going to probably just do 2 flips and that's pretty much it.
And you're done.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's not really time. I mean, it's more.
It's not time because there are different sizes of patties.
Sure.
You know, the thicker, they're going to take a little longer, the thinner. So that's why you kind of go by temperature.
Yeah. Oh, that looks good.
And then we're going to go ahead and season the other side.
Right.
And some people ask, you know, like some of my cooks, like, why don't you season that side before you put it down? It's just something I do, and I just stay consistent with it. Okay. So I like to season after it's done. And then again, I'm going to adhere with the sauce a little bit.
Right.
Yeah, you always want to go a little bigger than the bun because it is going to shrink, like I said, with that 20% fat.
Sure. Okay. All right. So we're ready to build this thing.
Yes. Now we're going to go ahead and start adding some of the ingredients. So here I have queso fresco, and this burger I kind of came up with it when I was thinking I love water burgers. So they have the Monterey Melt.
Right.
And I'm a big fan of it. So I was at the food truck one day, so I decided, you know, let me go and try one and see what I can do. So I added the queso fresco, now I'm putting the cilantro on top of that. That burger as well, ours has bell peppers and onions. And so I already had these sauteed earlier.
Right.
Put that on top.
That's good.
And now I'm gonna go ahead and put our habanero crema on top.
Oh man, that looks really good.
It's gonna run down through all those ingredients and get to the patty. And what I'm gonna do now is go ahead and put this bowl on top. And I feel what it's gonna end up doing is sealing all those flavors and the aroma, and they're gonna just infuse together. I only do that though for just maybe about a minute.
Okay.
Not very long, because the patty at this point it's pretty much done.
Ooh. Ah, that smells good, Frank. Okay, so we're ready. This is done.
Yes, sir.
All right, perfect. So we're ready to plate this and make this into a burger.
Yep, now we're throwing the buns.
Okay, Frank, it looks delicious. You're ready to plate this thing. What else have you done to finish this off?
Well, I cooked the bacon, and with that bacon fat and the cast iron, I went ahead and toasted the buns.
Ooh, that sounds really good. So now we've got a little bit of bacon on everything.
Yes.
I
Bacon
like
makes it better.
And bacon makes everything better.
So
All right.
now I'm gonna go ahead and just take this burger and put it on top of the bacon here with the bun.
Looks good already.
And then with this top part going on, that's your luchador.
Okay, Frank, I got to try this bad boy. Now, I know you think that I'm going to try this right now, and you're right, because that's exactly what I'm going to do. Here we go, baby. I just did my mouth a flavor. Frank, that was perfect. It was amazing. Thank you so much. Now I know how you can transition from a food truck to a full-blown restaurant, because you just showed our viewers how to make a perfect burger in their own home. So, Frank, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. Guys, you got to make sure to visit Frank Macias at Frankie Flaves in Harlingen, Texas, and do your mouth a flavor. This is your local flavors. The sun's setting on beautiful South Padre Island, and whether you are on the beach or by the pool, it's time to start thinking about what's for dinner. Well, here at the Sea Ranch, they're serving up great steak, the freshest seafood, and as always, a beautiful view. So when you ask when the sun sets, they can tell you down to the minute.
And I think that my staff gets tired of hearing me say, another day in paradise.
The Sea Ranch has claimed this spot for over 32 years. The beautiful ocean view is a reason people come to celebrate special occasions.
We do a lot of engagements.
Okay.
We do wedding parties, rehearsal dinners, pretty much any type of function that you can think of. Quinceaneras. We've got a beautiful upstairs dining room that holds 75 people.
That's right. And I noticed you're sitting here by the window. This is your favorite view?
Favorite view is upstairs that they built.
The second floor.
Second floor got a good view.
This is our favorite spot.
Right.
This is our favorite spot.
You get a chance to see the marina, you get a chance to see the boats, the water.
Yes.
Everything's beautiful. But the scenery isn't the only awesome thing to view. The dishes they set in front of you are also a thing of beauty. Okay, everyone, we're in the kitchen with Bob Friedman, owner and operator, janitor, everything of Sea Ranch Restaurant here on South Padre Island. You're jack of all trades, am I right?
Yes, sir.
You pretty much cover a little bit of everything?
Yes.
Okay, you're gonna introduce me to a dish right now that's really popular with a lot of your customers. Tell me what we're doing here.
A local favorite. Ben, thanks for having us. Today we're going to do a whole red snapper with an artichoke relish, a definite staff and local favorite. Everybody loves it.
Everybody loves it.
We're going to be using fresh tomato, artichoke hearts, onion, green olive, a little bit of olive oil, and some spices that I'm not able to tell you what they are.
Some of the secret ingredients?
Secret ingredient.
And we needed a little help to figure out how to eat this.
The fish is scored, so start at the top and go down, and the meat will pull right off the bone. Yes.
Fresh caught, freshly made. Doesn't get any better than this. Perfect. Another house favorite, the ahi tuna. Okay guys, seared ahi tuna, I gotta try this out. All right. Baby. Wow. It just falls apart in your mouth.
The guy was swimming yesterday.
But they saved the best for last. Okay, Bob, what else am I gonna taste here? 'Cause this looks
Ben,
really good.
This is the house favorite. Our best-selling item on the menu, the Oysters Rockefeller.
You can never go wrong.
Can never go wrong. Local Gulf oysters.
Okay.
Spinach, bacon, and again, secret ingredients.
All right. Oysters Rockefeller. Incredible, folks. This is really good, Bob.
Thank you. Wow.
You guys make sure you start your meal with some of this.
Sometimes we both work on the island, so sometimes we'll just come after work for a short period and not have dinner, but have hors d'oeuvres, and sometimes then we change our mind and have dinner.
Sure.
But every time it's hard to have a favorite because truly, when I order something off my venue, then I always think that's a favorite too. So it's
so you can never go wrong.
You can't go wrong.
And I have to say something about the staff.
Okay.
I mean, the best staff. Lori, the best bartender. Sean, I mean, really, they take care of us.
Because she's serving your drinks, right?
Well, but they, you know, you like to go places where people take care of you, right? You like to go places where people know you and where they take care of you, and the staff here is excellent.
But there was one more thing we needed to know before we walked out of the Sea Ranch.
Well, when you walk in, the first thing you see is a beautiful fish tank.
Right.
As you walk through, you see a lot of nice artwork from local artists. Beautiful view. Then when you're leaving, you look up and you see Uncle Jack from The Shining as he's breaking through the bathroom door. We actually got that from my sister on a cruise ship, and my dad fell in love with it and wanted the last thing that you see when you're leaving the Sea Ranch is Jack. That's it. That's a story.
That's a story. Whether it's for a special occasion or just to grab a great dinner, you got to make it out to Sea Ranch on South Padre Island. This is your local flavors. Hi everyone, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Your Local Flavors, where we feature 2 of your locally owned and operated restaurants here in the Rio Grande Valley. Make sure you find the chef's recipe online at yourlocalflavors.com. We'd love to get your feedback and restaurant suggestions, so make sure you hit us up on all our media platforms and let us know what you think. Until then, have a great week, and we'll see you next Sunday morning at 10:30 for Your Local Flavors.